What stands between your most valuable possessions and the outside world? What keeps your private life, well, private? What ensures that your hard-earned belongings remain safe and secure? It's often something incredibly simple: a tiny piece of metal, a lock, a humble guardian standing watch. We use locks every day, multiple times a day in fact, trusting them completely to safeguard our homes, our offices, our vehicles, and even our secrets. We rely on them without a second thought. But how often do we actually stop and think about how they work? We take their functionality for granted, rarely pondering the intricate mechanisms that keep us safe. That jagged key in your pocket, the one you jingle absent-mindedly, isn't magic. It's not some mystical charm. Instead, it's a testament to clever mechanics, a miniature marvel of engineering. Inside every lock, concealed from view, is a hidden world of springs, pins, tiny levers, and precisely crafted tumblers, all working together in perfect harmony, a symphony of precision engineering. The key itself is essentially a physical password, a unique sequence of cuts and grooves. And the lock, acting as a gatekeeper, only opens if it understands the code, if the key's unique profile matches its internal configuration. But it's important to remember that no lock is perfect. No security system is impenetrable. Every design, no matter how sophisticated, has weaknesses, inherent vulnerabilities that can be exploited. Understanding those flaws, identifying those weak points, is crucial to how we build better security, how we create more robust and reliable locking mechanisms. The story of locks is an ongoing arms race, a constant back and forth between the designers who strive to create ever more secure systems and those who relentlessly try to defeat them, pushing the boundaries of security. So let's take a closer look at this everyday marvel, this ubiquitous object that we often overlook. Let's delve into its inner workings and see what makes it tick, what makes it such a reliable guardian. By the end of this exploration, you'll never look at your key the same way again. You'll appreciate the ingenuity and complexity hidden within this simple tool. When we think about security, we often imagine complex systems and intricate technologies. But sometimes the most effective solutions are the ones we encounter every day, often without a second thought. Most common locks use a pin tumbler mechanism. It's a design that has stood the test of time, providing reliable security for homes, businesses, and countless other applications. At its heart, the pin tumbler lock operates on a simple yet ingenious principle: a cylinder within a cylinder. This nested design is the key to its functionality. The outer cylinder, the housing, remains stationary, while the inner cylinder, known as the plug, is what actually turns to unlock the mechanism. The inner plug turns only when the right key is inserted. This is where the magic happens, where the mechanical password comes into play. The key acts as the enabler, the tool that aligns the internal components in just the right way to allow the plug to rotate freely. Metal pins, split into key pins and driver pins, are the gatekeepers of this mechanism. These small, precisely engineered components are what stand between a locked and unlocked state. They are the core of the pin tumbler system, and their precise interaction is what makes the lock so secure. In their default state, these pins block the plug from turning. They act as a barrier, preventing unauthorized access and keeping the mechanism securely locked. The key's jagged edge lifts each pin to a precise height. Each peak and valley on the key corresponds to a specific pin, raising it to a predetermined position. This is where the unique pattern of the key comes into play, creating a specific combination that only the correct key can replicate. When all the splits between key and driver pins reach their designated height, something remarkable happens. They align at the shear line, the boundary between the inner and outer cylinders. With the pins perfectly aligned, the plug can rotate freely, and the lock is opened. Even a tiny misalignment keeps the lock closed. It's a testament to the precision engineering of the pin tumbler mechanism. It's a mechanical password, a series of precise movements and alignments that must be executed perfectly to gain access. Every pin must be set perfectly. There's no room for error, no margin for approximation. When you turn your key, you're not just performing a simple action. You're solving a puzzle in metal, a complex interplay of forces and alignments that unlocks a world of possibilities. If just one pin is off, if even the slightest deviation from the correct alignment occurs, the lock stays shut, unyielding and secure. This elegant system, with all its intricate components and precise engineering, fits inside a space no bigger than your thumb. It's a marvel of miniaturization and precision. That's the genius of everyday security. complex engineering distilled into a simple, reliable, and ubiquitous device. Lockpicking isn't just for criminals, it's a vital skill for locksmiths and security experts. When you're locked out, a locksmith uses these techniques to help, not harm. There's a global community, Locksport, where enthusiasts treat locks as puzzles, not obstacles. They compete, share knowledge, and test the limits of security. These white hat pickers expose flaws, pushing manufacturers to improve. Lockpicking is about curiosity, problem solving, and making us all safer. Next time you see someone with a pick, remember, they might be building security, not breaking it. It's a testament to human ingenuity and the drive to understand. Sometimes the best way to protect something is to know exactly how it can be opened. Lockpicking is about finesse, not force. The two main tools, a tension wrench and a pick. The wrench applies gentle rotational pressure, creating a tiny ledge at the shear line. Imperfections in the lock mean one pin binds first. You find and set it with the pick. Each pin clicks into place as you lift it to the right height. Set all the pins, and the lock opens. This process, called single pin picking, reveals how vulnerable many locks are. Even a basic lock can be picked in minutes with practice. Other techniques like raking set multiple pins quickly. True security is more than just a lock. It's about understanding its limits. For real protection, we turn to high-security locks and safes. These add complexity, extra pins, unusual shapes, and features to confuse pickers. Safes often use combination locks, aligning wheels, not lifting pins. Manipulating these requires skill and specialized tools. Modern systems go digital keypads, cards, biometrics, and electronic actuators. Each method has strengths and weaknesses. Digital locks resist picking but can be hacked. The best security combines layers, mechanical, electronic, and physical barriers. Some safes even have relockers that jam if attacked. The goal isn't perfect security, but making attacks so difficult that thieves give up. High security design is about buying time and deterring attempts. A lock in its simplest form is just one layer. It's a single point of defense, a barrier against the outside world. But relying solely on a lock is like depending on a single raindrop to fill a reservoir. It's a start, but it's far from sufficient. Real security isn't about a single device, it's about creating a comprehensive, layered approach. It's about understanding that a determined intruder will seek out vulnerabilities, and your job is to minimize those weaknesses. Think of a castle, not just a gate, a single point of entry, but moats. A challenging obstacle for any approaching force, walls, towering barriers designed to deter and delay, and guards, vigilant protectors ensuring the safety of those within. Your home's security should follow the same principle. Locks, yes, strong and reliable locks, doors, solid and reinforced doors that can withstand force, windows, secure windows that resist intrusion, lighting, strategically placed lighting to eliminate shadows, and more. It's about creating a multifaceted defense. Defense in depth means stacking obstacles, creating layers of protection that an intruder must overcome. This is all done to slow down intruders, making it more difficult and time-consuming for them to gain access. Reinforce your door frame, making it harder to kick in. Add a deadbolt, a secondary locking mechanism for added security. Install cameras to monitor your property and deter potential criminals. Or motion lights, which illuminate your surroundings when movement is detected. Even trimming bushes, seemingly a minor detail, removes hiding spots, eliminating potential cover for intruders. Security is about removing opportunities, eliminating the easy targets that attract criminals. It's about making your home a less appealing target for attackers. The best systems combine technology, like smart locks and alarm systems, strong hardware such as reinforced doors and heavy-duty locks, and smart habits like always locking your doors and windows. A lock is passive. It sits there, waiting to be engaged. Alarms and vigilance are active. They respond to threats and alert you to danger. True security is a process, a continuous effort to assess and improve your defenses, not a product you buy once and forget about. Overlapping layers, each providing a different form of protection, work together, creating a synergistic effect that is greater than the sum of its parts, to keep you safe, secure, and protected from harm. The lock is just the beginning, the foundation upon which you build your security strategy of a much bigger puzzle, a complex and ever-evolving system designed to protect what matters most. We've explored the hidden world inside a lock. From pins and springs to high-security vaults, it's a story of ingenuity and vulnerability. For every system, there's someone curious enough to test its limits. Understanding how things work makes them more amazing, not less. The lock is a silent marvel, but it's not infallible. Knowing its limits helps you build smarter security. Stay curious. See the world as a builder, not just a user. Next time you turn your key, imagine the tiny puzzle you're solving. The world is full of hidden mechanisms. Don't just use them, understand them. The more you know, the better you can protect what matters. Locks are everywhere, but now you see just how clever and sometimes fragile they really are. If you learned something new, drop a like and hit subscribe. There's a whole world of hidden mechanics out there, and we're just getting started.